Okay. Whoops. That was the wrong one. But anyways, we are live. Oops. My camera is really bright right now. I don't know why. Let me just fix that. But we are live back with another stream. 1 second. We are back with another stream. And is anyone trading today? Today is a holiday, but I wanted to get back into the trading today to warm up, to get ready for tomorrow. And maybe we find a setup today. Today we are going to, obviously, we could catch an entry, but we are going to be very careful. Let me fix my microphone really quickly here. Zahid, what's up? AJ, Tao, Alric, Boy, what's up? I missed you too on YouTube, Zahid. We're back though. We are back. We are totally back for this stream. All right, let's do a little bit of analysis, see what's going on. So markets are slow, but that's anticipated. 9:30 could probably fix it up. It's a half day today, but last time we had a Monday holiday. I'm not lying. It was one of the cleanest days in the month, and it was a half day. So that's why I was like, you know what? I don't care. It's my first day back. I'm going to start the stream. What's up, Tanner? What's up, Pets Vibes? Abdurrahman is how I pronounce it. I'm sorry. But yeah, we are back. We're officially trading. Now, I'm not going back to YouTube streams forever yet. I have 2 weeks of live YouTube streams. Then I'm going to go back to streaming in the Discord for VIP for 1 more month. I'm going to finish everybody's subscriptions, and then I'm going to close the Discord. Not close the Discord, close the VIP, and make the Discord public for everybody. And what's going to happen is after my YouTube live streams, we're going to then jump into the Discord and do our study analysis of the day. And then we're going to close out the day. So we got the live streams trading. Then we go to our Discord to go through the trades and everything. Then we're also going to talk and have a Q&A. And then we're going to close the stream for the day. We're going to talk a bit in the Discord, post the trade log in the trade journal. And then we're going to close the day and move on. But also, Sunday study streams are going to be more consistent. I haven't been able to do them because I've been preparing for, obviously, the YouTube streams. So Sunday study streams are going to be held in the Discord, free for everybody. The point of making it private in the first place, Zahid, was because I was taking 2 hours off of work to be able to stream to you guys. And because of that, I was losing money. I told you, I would never charge, like, if I don't have to, money to just watch my trading, right? And I had to there because I was missing out. I was net loss on my streams because I was losing almost $200 every day just to stream. Yeah, Zahid? But we're going into the markets today, and we're going to do a little bit of analysis here. Oh, it feels so good trading on my setup, dude. You don't understand how long it's been. I've been trading on my MacBook. It feels so good trading on my setup. But let me just check my stream to make sure everything's good. Make sure the volume and everything is doing good. Oh, it's amazing. It's crisp. The microphone is crisp. Everything's good. How good do I feel? Dude, this feels great. I'm finally trading on my setup. You don't understand how trash it is to go from trading at a beautiful setup like this that you've been sitting on your whole life to going on a MacBook in a office room. It's just not the greatest. But we're back for 2 weeks. And then a month, I'm going to go back to the MacBook trades, get ready to transition, maybe earlier than a month, and then go back into this. But you can see YM, all-time high markets, just consolidating. NQ has been consolidating for a while, but it trades down lower. It forms kind of relative equal lows, but it's SMT because NQ took that. It looks to be bullish. Right, you want to anticipate that we're going to be bullish. It looks like we're trading off of this fair value gap here, but you can see the bodies disrespect consequent encroachment, and we're actively trading in a bearish fair value gap on ES. Now on NQ, we are not in a fair value gap, but what we are in is a older fair value gap that price is consolidating. So you can maybe anticipate something to maybe price action take this at 930 and then move down lower. Weekly, I want to say we're bullish just because of this order block here, right? You see a reaction. It makes so much sense to just rip up higher, but I'm not going to let me roll a join while we're listening to Ben. But I'm not going to anticipate that we're going to rip up higher until we actually do, because I did here. I tried to anticipate here, wrong. Tried to anticipate here, wrong. We are most likely going to rip up higher into all-time high markets this week or the next week. Most likely this week, because this is an order block. It's traded down and respected mean threshold. It's going to continue up. Now, does that mean I try to catch that move today? No. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to keep a neutral / short bias until we body at least up here before this previous day high. Okay. Target for the week, previous week high, all-time buy side target, or all-time highs. That's the target for the week. We can even take that in a couple days, in 2 days, maybe even one, but not today just because of the news. There's no news in the bank holiday, but what am I anticipating is going to happen is price action is going to soup these equal highs to then trade back down into this inefficiency in price action, right? Let's see what the new week opening gap is. Not that big. So we have a huge opening range gap above. So that could act as price action to draw up higher. That's those highs. So because of that, I'm looking at two things now. One, if we're going to be bearish, we're going to soup these highs, turn down lower. Or we can have a messed up 930 like we've been having and go high, low, and then go to the direction. If that happens, we can take the highs, go back down to this market structure shift fair value gap in OTE, soup these lows, then go up and start targeting this huge regular trading hour gap. But for me, my target will just be the open of it. Or, sorry, the low of it. So that is what I'm aiming for on NQ. Now on terms of ES, regular trading hour gap. And the reason why I'm starting at 9:15 now instead of 9:25 is because we can start doing more journaling and get ready. It's 9:25 now and we already have our analysis almost done. So we're ready for 9:30. You can see ES has that same regular trading hour gap that has been unfilled. So price action is going to act as a magnet towards that. What we can do is we could be wrong if price action wants to engineer that, trade lower, and then take that later on in the day when it wants to go to take all-time highs. But what we also have is a regular opening range gap here down below as well. That's why I was thinking we could potentially engineer that and save that for later, because it looks like a displacement consolidation and then another displacement to these lows. But you look in previous price action, a lot of the times regular trading hour gaps are left open when they're lower, but not when they're higher. Lol, dude's actually trying to trade a bank holiday. Am I in a trade? Buddy talks like he's like the market maker and says you're not allowed to trade on any day. I don't know if you remember, but I think it was July 4th of July or something. It was a Monday off. It was one of the best trading days I've seen in a long time on a half day on a Monday. I'm not taking a trade. And even if I do, which is a rare occurrence, definitely unprofitable. Jixie, you know I have almost $200,000 in proven payouts, all performed on live stream, right? You know I've been in top 10 leaderboards about 3 times. You know I'm actually funded live with Top Step and I don't have XFAs. Proven, yes, proven. You can actually go, because I used to stream on Discord, but I also used to stream on YouTube. If you exit out of the stream and go to my live streams, you will see all the streams. It was the August of last year. I made about $36,000 in 1 month, and I live streamed every execution. So we have our first hater of the live streams. Let's go. So you can see that we're in a inversion. I'm not going to count that as an inversion because it didn't displace. He ain't shit. Don't got to keep him entertained. I know. I like keeping haters entertained because it brings viewers. But you can see 930 is coming up in about 1 minute, and this is kind of going to select the tone. It looks like we have some really big manipulation here, but that could also be engineered liquidity to trade down lower because of that opening range gap. Now, I want to see what opening range gap we have today, though, because that is a older opening range gap down here. This is consolidation after a displacement. So to my eyes, this looks like a power 3 setup. We're going to have accumulation and then either direction, manipulation, then distribution. If it wants to sweep the lows, it's going to use this as a target. If it wants to move up higher, bro. Somebody's smoking pot. Bro, I've seen you around. Everyone knows you always exaggerate how much you make to sell courses. I don't sell a course, but if you've seen me around, you would have seen my proven success. But I don't sell a course, so I'm sorry. Not the guru you wish you could be hating on. But we have 9:30 in 30 seconds. So let's get out of the regular trading hour gap. No, he's the first hater of the day, Maz. I know. Zahid, your best friend, dude. But we're going to get back on track. I feel like after maybe a month of streaming, we'll go back to averaging like 200 viewers. Okay, show me the verified period. I'm not going to show you shit because I don't care about you. And I don't care about your 99 bucks, and I don't have a mentorship. I don't have a course. I don't have a mentorship. I only sell my live streams because I take 2 hours off of my paid job to do it. But I don't owe you shit, so you can... You want to join? Join. If you go on my my Twitter, you'll see somebody who made about 5K in payouts from exactly just watching my stream. He might even be in this stream right now. Jason, if you're in the stream, say hi. What's up, MV? Okay, so it's 9:30. Let's see. Not too much volatility, but we are starting to drag down lower. Not the craziest, but again, you can anticipate a little bit of manipulation here. So far, it looks like these equal highs are my target. What's up, MV? How's you doing, brother? So you see that we are dragging down lower. Regular trading hour gap has not even loaded yet. I don't think it actually opens today, does it? Or is it just lagging? Regular, brother. Bro says, I'm not even hating while you have a mouth load of my balls in your mouth. So you can see that what's happening right now is, by the looks of it, it was just climbing up and then it rips down lower. That's a common pattern of low probability price action. I'm not flexing on you. You're the one who came into my stream on a Monday when you have opportunity to be working on yourself. Instead, you're spending your valuable time typing in my chat. There's our manipulation. You can see volatility starts picking up, and now we are in this 15-minute fair value gap. So now what we're going to look for is a market structure shift fair value gap. So narrative has set the tone, just like we anticipated. We have 930 that's driving price. We haven't hit that fair value gap yet, but we gotten close to it, right? We're going to anticipate a little bit more bearish movement. Let me see if I can... Oops. One second, guys. I'm just checking make sure the stream is fast paced. Is there a delay? There's not a delay, right? Because I picked ultra low latency. But by the way, guys, this is Monday, no news. So if I'm going to be getting a trade, it's going to be insanely cut risk, or maybe even a paper trade. I might not trade it on my actual XFAs. Depends on what the scenario is feeling like. Tomorrow is the day we officially go back to actual live trading on YouTube. We're doing this for a week, 2 weeks straight. And then we are going back for a month because I'm going back to work. And I'm going to wrap things up. And then I'm going to go back to trading. But you can see so far price action has manipulated to the downside. I want to see it still continue down lower. It has not traded to that 15-minute fair value gap. So this fair value gap should drop price lower there. As terms of on ES, we are in that fair value gap, right? But it could go down to that inversion potentially. Does Alex not understand trading? No, she doesn't. So I'm actually MV. I'm trying to ask to work from home, so then I can do this, still go to the gym, and then do my work when I can. The only trouble I'm having is because work takes place during the markets. And if I can't do that, then obviously I'm gonna have to, but either way, I'm going to be trading and streaming because that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. I give up trying to explain trading to my 4 wives. Dude, bro, I try to explain trading to my 4 girlfriends, and I also have to hide all 4 of them. Yeah, I know, MB, hopefully. It would be great because then I can have three to 4 flows of income. That would be insane. No, yeah, I took a 2-week vacation just to test this out again and get used to it, to get prepared, to get ready. And by the way, that is not going to stay on my wall for too long. Those are all notes I had to take just to study some cybersecurity terms. I'm going to remove them. But that is something that I do encourage you guys to do. If you want to learn how to study trading, and by the way, I'm talking while I'm waiting for price action to clear up. Right now, there's no clear sign of me getting into a long. It just looks like an immediate rebalance. 5-minute has a 50-50 body. And what do I mean by a 50-50 body? You can see the candle body is the same size as the wick. And what that means is you don't know if it was manipulation or if it's going to continue down lower. But you can see that price action took this low, formed internal SMT on ES with trading into this fair value gap. So there's a chance that we can turn up higher. But this, look how many volume imbalances there are here. 1, 2, 3. Every candle has a volume imbalance. So you can anticipate that this is going to get traded down one more time. I already have 3 wives, Zahid. She just doesn't know. Entered on the limit order right at minor liquidity from 735. Oh, from 735. You mean 736? Like you entered off of this wick? Or, oh no, you entered when price action took this. You turtle souped. Beautiful, brother. That's beautiful. Does he has to. Alex, everybody in this chat knows that I am an elite baller. I'm kidding. But we are turning back up higher. That is a... That's crazy. Close my door. Everybody, beautiful turtle soup setup here. But again, look at this price action here. Beautiful long prints. Make sure to scale out though, because or take partials or drag your stop loss to break even. Just minimize risk. Why do I say that? Because there's a holiday today, and you don't want to be risking. The second you have a chance to high probability drag, your stop loss, you do it, especially on days like this. And look at all these volume bounces. I'm not going to get into long yet, and maybe I could be wrong, and we could rip up towards these equal highs. But with this reaction, with all these volume balances, it looks like it's going to soup it one more time. But again, this is my target, these equal highs here. And a QB2. Not anymore. I use fair value gas, but rarely I use order blocks. But when I identify a high probability order block, I take it. So you can see we're in this 5-minute inversion fair value gap here. And price action is respecting it, and it's going to rebalance all of this now. I miss my QB days, TQ. Oh, man. I miss it. I miss being a quarterback. But the streams are going to be coming back better than ever. I'm also going to be doing... Like, dude, tell me this is not a sick little starting soon thing. Okay? Hold on. Tell me this is not a sick starting soon thing. Tell me that's not sick, bro. It doesn't look like me. But I'll make a better one. But I need the starting soon so I can, like, you know, post a link to everybody. Sharp, brother. What's up, man? MJ apologized to me. What? You got an apology? I did not get an apology. Okay, for people who don't know, and by the way, it's still not rejecting and moving down lower. I mean, it's rejecting consequent encroachment of the inversion, but again, I don't want to be in long just because look at all these volume bounces and pieces of liquidity we can go to. Right? There's not really an opening range gap. I think that's because of the holiday. But it looks like an order block there. We're traveling up to this volume imbalance. Maybe it's going to use this volume imbalance to then trade down lower. But again, I still have some feeling that price action is going to trade lower one more time before going to these equal highs. But I could be wrong. But guess what? I didn't open up a risk. I didn't go against my model. And some days you're going to have that. Some days you're not going to be able to. Why am I typing on a mouse? Wait, you can hear that? Oh, no, you see it. It's AI. It's AI. I don't know why I'm typing on a fucking mouse. It's not me. But you can see I did the black hoodie. I just had to put a hat on today because I like had bad hair. But it's just some AI person. Okay, we traded to the volume balance. I'm still anticipating that we move down at least to like 50% of this range, right? You're going to grab a little fib here, and you want to at least see price action go here. In terms of ES, there's also volume imbalances on ES. ES is very slow. So I'm still anticipating that we're going to turn down lower. I would be pretty shocked if we go and take these equal highs without retracing this. But what I'm going to be doing also is if I can be able to work from home, I'm going to I'm going to have income from that. I'm going to be working a night job. So income from that. I'm going to have income from trading, income from affiliate marketing and like brand deals. And then I'm going to put about like 5 to 10K into a live account publicly and trade that on my live streams instead of trading my Top Step live accounts. I'm going to be connecting it to AMP. And by the way, August was not a good month. So you can see this is my track record of trades, and then August hit, right? But look at the sizes of these losses, okay? Not bad. We're actually break even on August. So I started August with 15K in profit, and I went up to 21K, and then I finished at 15K. And now it's September, one of the best probability months of the year. So we have a great time coming up. We got some great streams, and September has been a really good month for me in the past, so hopefully a lot of payouts. Partial taken, beautiful, brother. Yeah, I don't trade turtle soups, but that is a pretty nice turtle soup entry. I personally don't like trading turtle soups just because it's not like a probability thing. It's just, for me, I feel more comfortable taking a trade when there's a market structure shift. But that's a beautiful 15-minute body. So I'm actually potentially going to look for longs. I just want to see price action body above this high one more time. I need to break a structure, right? We had one here, but I want to see this one. Nice, Prince. Prince is printing money. But we're just going to wait patiently. Now, we could still get that move lower, but I'm also anticipating that we are going to turn up higher because we had a beautiful 930 manipulation. So you look here, consolidation, manipulation below that low, distribution above these highs. Now, what is a higher draw on liquidity? Well, we have our higher time frame target at that opening range gap up here, but we also have some highs here that we could take. All right, that's my 3 targets. Beautiful reaction so far, but it actually bodied past this fair value gap. So again, I just need one more expansion above this high for me to be able to look for longs and accept the fact that it's not going to go back down here. But I'm still going to wait a little bit. It's retouching that volume imbalance. I'm still going to wait a little bit. Let's see what ES is doing. ES is trading back to that fair value gap. At 9:30, it traded to that 15-minute fair value gap, which is beautiful. But again, it could trade to that order block. We're 1 minute they're bodying. We're still consolidating, so we need to get out of this consolidation here. But so far, it looks like a beautiful reaction towards longs. But I just need to be patient, wait for price action to rip up above that high one more time. But if you guys are new, I'm going to be live streaming or trying to be live streaming every single day. Every single day I trade on this setup, I will be live on YouTube. I've accumulated almost $200,000 in payouts, all from live stream. Well, maybe about 15 to 20 grand has been accumulated off of live stream. But I live stream all my executions, and on top of that, I have a Discord that will be public to everybody. You can still join it and join the free side, but the paid side will also be free for everybody soon. How to join you on live streams? You're on my live stream right now. But my Discord, link in the description. If you click join the Lion's Den and then you go to that website, you can then see the free Discord. You're going to click that and then sign up for that. And then that will give you access to my study streams and my post streams, which I'm going to be doing today. After today, we're going to be doing analysis in my Discord for the live, for the free side. So make sure to join my Discord for that. I also need to bring my subscriber count right here. I forgot to do that. I always had that. But again, we're failing this displacement above this short-term high. That's why I'm waiting for price action to displace, not just slowly trade above it, for me to look for longs. Price delivered by AI. It's delivered by an algorithm. I don't know how they code the algorithm. It could be manually coded or artificial intelligence. I think it's an algorithm either way, but I don't know how they code it. I'm not the market makers. I meant in future every live stream is free on YouTube. Yes. Well, after 2 weeks, it's going to go back to my Discord for a little bit, and then I'm going to transition permanently for my live streams to YouTube. This guy's a feed. So again, we're failing to rip up higher here. Well, we had a beautiful move with that turtle soup. We had pretty volatile price action for holiday so far. It's not bad. Not bad. Honestly, not too shabby. And obviously my first ever Top Step past account is framed. So I used to be a Apex trader, and I used to trade Forex. That's what I started with, prop firms. And I transitioned to Apex Trader Funding. By the way, code BEN for 90% off all evaluations and activation fees and reoccurring evaluations. Code BEN, B-E-N, 90% off. I used to trade them. And then I switched to Top Step in around June to May of 2024. And ever since then, I've just been trading Top Step. I just like how it's simple. It makes me flow better. There's no like payout rules except for like 5 winning days. So then I got my first, I always have this next to me is my framed first funded payout. Pass account. And then my very first payout is actually up there on my wall. You can't see it. But it's just something to remind me that like I might be in a losing streak. I might have blown an account. I look over and I realize I'm still doing better than I was last year. So that's all that matters. How much is the market moving like this since banks are not pouring money into it? Banks are still pouring money into it. Banks are pouring into the markets 24/7. You think about it, and One second. I'll show you. It's an algorithm, first of all. So Citadel and all the major banks are open, but with Labor Day hours. So people are still actively using the banks in the markets right now. Except not the actual markets. They're not investing into the stocks, but they're using the banks. Like, money is still being flown. Pre-market, post-market hours. It's going by off of limit orders, and it's a good question. Like, I don't know for too certain how the price action is moving this much with the markets closed, but it's an algorithm. Price action does that. It's not like, oh, Nvidia rips up 20%, so NQ has to rip up 20%. Like, it will follow it because the algorithm uses it to help, but the algorithm moves on its own regardless of what happens. So here's our displacement. Nice 3-minute fair value gap there. Look at that. Beautiful respect there. Wow. Look at that. So there's an order block. I'm going to take an order block paper trade today. I'm going to test this out with a small paper trade long here. Let's just wait. I always wait for respect. Traded into it. Oh, small paper trade. This is not live. I repeat, this is not live. We're paper trading. We're going for these buy side liquidities for about 2R. Should I have the tool up or not? I don't know. Does it look clean with the tool? Because I already have the execution line, so I don't know if I should have the tool. I'm going to get rid of the tool. I'm going to actually put my Fibonacci on the order block. I'm going to keep that fair value gap there. I'm going to put that to sell. So just cleaning out my charts a little bit. Nice expansion above those highs. Anticipating that we're going to go to these equal highs. Beautiful reaction there. Let's turn on my executions. Good reaction so far. You can see price action barely touches the order block, then turns up. That's just... Should I have this? Put it to the wick, though. See, it stays in the upper quadrant. Nice body there. Could drag my stop loss to the below the body, the order block now. Just take $100 off risk. So risk management is very important in holidays. Now I'm going to look for reasons why to drag my stop loss and where price action should not go back down. So you see, there's no reason until this intermediate term high, which will be a partial, for me to drag my stop loss. So once we take that, stop loss is going to break even, taking 1 contract out of 3 off, and then guaranteeing success for the rest of the trade. But so far, we still have $400 risk on the table. Originally had 500, took about $100 off. We have a little bit of a fair value gap here, so we could trade back down to there. But a market structure shift, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. That lower leg of that order block trades into a 3-minute fair value gap, which price action then trades up higher. Why is it doing that? Shit. One second. Beautiful 3-minute body, so that should not be tested again. So I'm pretty sure our stop loss is protected here. Hey John, how's it going, brother? S&P looks more volatile today, probably better to trade. No. Here's the thing. It looks more volatile, but look at the candles on the 1 minute. See, the S&P, we're approaching my partial now. The S&P looks cleaner because there's more stocks in it, right? The Nasdaq, top 100 American stocks. The Dow is the most volatile, and it's crazy, so much opportunity, but we don't like trading it because it's too volatile because it's in the top 30. And then the S&P is top 500. Now, because of that, especially on days where it's no news and it's holidays, you don't want to be trading the top 500 because it relies a lot more. And when the markets are off, the algorithm requires more for it to move. So it has a bunch of gaps and low probability price action. So you want to be sticking to the Nasdaq. I stick to the Nasdaq out of the big three no matter what. I never switch markets. I always stick to the Nasdaq because I back tested over time that when I see that ES is cleaner, I'll go to ES. If I take a loss on ES and NQ, we're going to take a partial here real quick. Okay, first partial. Now I'm not trying to stop loss to break even. $40 just so it can factor in that fair value gap in case it wants to wick at 10 a.m. But guaranteed winning trade today. And what I was saying was sometimes I would get into a trade on ES and the trade would lose on ES, then win on NQ. And I was originally going to trade on NQ. And because of that, I would chase on NQ, then NQ would lose and ES would win, and then I fall into a cycle. And over time, I found that it's higher probability for me personally just to stick to one market. Keep it simple. The price action trading, your trading needs to be so simple. Your mind is complex. Your trading is complex enough. Figuring out your risk management and everything, you want to make looking at your charts and everything else simple. Reason why I put my stop loss down here and not up here is also because of this 3 minute fair value gap. But we have our partial taken, so no matter what, we have a winning trade. I just hope we go up to my take profit because that's obviously more. Now, I'm going to be careful and watch when price action takes this high because a lot of the days on No News Mondays, by the way, nice little, is that a fair value gap? I don't think so. A lot of times price action will take a high and then trade away for me equal highs. What do you mean? MRFX, the market is ran by an algorithm. An algorithm is like basically, let's just say like a robot or something automatic. It's an algorithm. You got to search it up. I can't express it better than a dictionary. But we're just being patient right now. Let's check the 2 minute. No. Isn't it funny how that hater who is in price action leaves and doesn't talk when I'm up in a winning trade? So what did I use today? And why is my model so important? Now, my model is private as of right now, but once I transition everything to public, I'll make my model public again. So I'm not going to explain it exactly. But why did I have my bullish bias when I was going into this market anticipating, not knowing what's going to happen? Well, I was still kind of bullish. What's up, Uncommon? Consolidation. Market moves in two ways. Okay? 2 ways. Consolidation, manipulation, distribution, or consolidation, expansion, retracement, expansion. And this profile only happens when it's in a higher time frame market maker buy model. See? And then a consolidation, expansion, retracement, expansion. So we're not a market maker buy model, so this profile should not play out. But this profile will play out. You see accumulation, manipulation. But what time does manipulation have to happen at? During a specific time. Not always 9:30, but 8:30, 9:30, 10 a.m. Manipulation comes from an injection of volatility for price action to go in the opposite direction of bias to manipulate buyers or sellers to get into a position that will then get stopped out. So because it needs volatility to go in the opposite direction, that means 8:30, 9:30, or 10 a.m. is going to do it because those are injections of volatility. So you can see at 9:30, price action did what? We consolidate. At 9:30, it rips down lower, taking sell side liquidity. For retail traders, this is a break of structure. People got into short here. Okay? People chased shorts here. Price action then displaced back up above, and because of this bad price action, I did not get into a long until we got my market structure shift fair value gap up here. So to put it into perspective, consolidation, manipulation, distribution. And now this distribution, I'm targeting to these equal highs that were engineered earlier in the day. During this range, I need to find a market structure shift fair value gap. I found it in a premium. Because I found it in a premium, I cut risk and I actually paper traded. If this entry was down here, I would have taken this on my top step. But because it was in a premium plus a no news Monday on a holiday, I am not going to be taking this on a live, even if it wins. But you can see that was my setup going into today. That's the reasoning on this entry. Now, obviously it goes way deeper than that, but I expressed it the way my model is, the way what goes through my mind. I'm sure there's other reasons like Fibonacci levels and standard deviation and SMT and this, that. For me, and there is SMT here, but for me, I train my mind to think in a specific way when I'm trading. And when price action plays out, I then see that unlock. So this is how you're supposed to trade. By the way, I'm talking waiting for price action to rip up higher. You need to basically program your brain to shut off and be on like neutral mode until something plays out. So for me, my brain is not looking for an entry. I'm just sitting here until I see accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Once I see that, once I see 930 rip, I then start to sit up. I'm like, okay, my brain's on now. I'm gonna wait. If your brain's on 24/7 waiting for a market structure shift for a value gap and that's it, you're going to take so many entries that are false and you're going to chase your losses and chase, and you're gonna blow your account. But we're waiting for this displacement up higher. Again, we could trade at that 3-minute, but I ideally want to see that as a breakaway. There's a beautiful order block there. I don't want to see it go back to it though. 10 a.m. is in 5 seconds. Hopefully displacement to the upside at 10 a.m. If not, risk is off the table. Partials taken. Everything's good. But we should rip up higher at 10 a.m. We did enough manipulation. We just had manipulation here. We shouldn't really go back down there. Very quiet 10 a.m. Maybe 10:01. Very quiet 10 a.m. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's at 109. Bitcoin has been falling. Like, look, it looks like it's still going to fall. Nice thumbnail. Thank you, brother. Smart money buying below 10 a.m. Smart money bought on the turtle soup, like Prince. But I don't like turtle soup trades. Personally, for me, over backtesting, for me, not for you. Not if you trade turtle soup, amazing. I wish I could be you. I love turtle soup. It creates the best opportunities. I just don't like it. I can't really take turtle soup entries just because it just doesn't fit my personality type. You need to trade the way you think and the way you act. If you're fast paced, trade on the 1 minute. If you like slow and sitting on your computer and waiting, trade on the 15-minute. But we're still waiting for that displacement. I do like our price action isn't ripping lower yet, and it is still 10:01, so we could wait. But again, now we have a point where I can drag my stop loss if price action bodies up here, which is good. But this is how the streams are going to be. I'm actually going to find a playlist to play on YouTube because copyright, but listen to a little bit of beats. It's going to be like this. But after the stream, guys, make sure you go in the link in description. I'm going to show you exactly what to do while we're waiting for this price action to hit my take profit. So you're going to go to my channel. You're going to go to here. Oh, whoops. You're going to click the linesden.ca. And you can see You're not the 7-day free trial unless you want to, and you want to watch my streams after this 2-week break is done. You're going to go to the free Discord. The free Discord is going to bring you to a WAP, which I don't know if you can. Oh, yeah. Okay, and you can see some of the reviews, right? You can see that there's 532 members in this one. You click join, and it brings you to a link, and you verify, and then you're in the Discord. The Discord, I will show you what the Discord looks like. Oh, did I just close my stream? Oh, no, I didn't. I thought I closed my stream. I'm so sorry. Still waiting for price action to rip, so you're not missing out on much, as you can see. Okay, Discord is not opening for me. That means I just have to restart my computer, which I obviously can't do right now, so I'm going to go on Discord on my browser. As you can see, we go to the Lion's Den, and you're going to see, this is VIP. You can see trade journal, everything, but we're going to go into general stream. Where is it? Public stream right here. And we're going to be doing our trade analysis later today after this stream. Right after, not later today. But again, we're still just consolidating. We're waiting for that move. Now, as well as that, but if you want a lot of insight as well, you can see I have every core content PDF month notes. I have beginner's guides. I also have ICT info 2022 model explained, or my reversal model, breaker blocks, mitigation blocks, FOMO psychology, greed, useful things, trading gems, trading view. I also have a sales section in case you want to learn about sales. And then on top of that, as you can see, got some nice reviews. And then we also have payouts, people that have gotten payouts from the Discord. So if you want to join it, you can join it for free, right? And just link in the description. You'll hear a little notification on my phone. Turtle Soup setups. I'm not the guy to give a brief description of Turtle Soup setups because I don't trade Turtle Soups, but I'll show you. So Turtle Soup is you're taking, I barely know about Turtle Soups, but this is a Turtle Soup setup. When price action sweeps sell side or buy side liquidity at a specific time, you're going to take the entry as soon as it takes or shows rejection. So it's a very aggressive entry. I don't know much. You got to ask Prince. Prince is a really good one. Closing the trade. Price action is making me sleepy. First time here. Nice channel, Ben. You're very composed. Good luck with your trading. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you stopping by, my man. Hope to see you soon. Turtle Soup was great today. Hope to see you in another stream, Prince. Beautiful trade. And I will see you in another one. Yeah, this price action is definitely a little sleepy. I've never been a Turtle Soup trader. It just doesn't fit my personality, so I actually don't even study it. So you'd have to watch a YouTube video from somebody else, and I hate saying that because I like helping people on their questions, but I don't trade Turtle Soups. Again, we have our risk off the table. So notice how price action wicks, and as soon as it takes a partial, it starts turning low probability. I'm not out of the trade yet because it could be the beginning of a little bit of a market maker buy model. So this could be second stage accumulation. I'm going to go smoke it now, Ben. Have a good rest of your day, brother. All right, Zahid. See you later, Stoner. I'm kidding. But, yeah, I'll see you in the next one, brother. But, again, I'm just waiting for price action to rip up higher. But risk is off the table, so no matter what happens, we have profits. $210. So 0.5 RR is our Guaranteed profits right now. Five people joined. Juan 64, Wendy, Daniel, Nargis, Husan, Sign, Chlorine, V814. Thank you guys for joining the Discord. We're going to be doing a trading review and what we missed and a little bit of a study. And it's only going to be about 10 minutes, not too long, right after the stream in the Discord. And then we're going to close out the day, and I'll see you tomorrow on that. But so far, let's just wait for this trade to go to my take profit, because I still think that those equal highs are going to get taken. It's just very sleepy. I just need a coffee. I need a coffee. But it's a start to a new week and a new grind. The market is reacting to the 4-hour Cibi. Or retesting the original Cibi. I'm not gonna look at that for two reasons. On two reasons. One, it bodied above it, so it invalidated it, but it could still use it. But two, if I stand corrected, these are not equal lows. It took sell-side liquidity. Now it could go back down lower, but for me, I want to anticipate that we're going to go to these intermediate time highs before we go back down there. We could still go back down there, but this is engineered today, which can anticipate that if we're going to stay in this model when it's a holiday, which is likely, it's not likely to rip down or higher on a holiday. It's got to take some form of liquidity, and this is very close. So I'm just going to keep that. But I could be wrong, but I factored out my risk, so I still make money today. Waiting for that expansion, though. It's very, very boring. But, by the way, guys, if you like the streams, make sure to subscribe. Put on notifications so you know when I'm live every day. Some days I might be late. You know, I'm human. But I'll try to stream at 9:15 every single day. Hey, we're at 2,100 subscribers. Dude, we're going to start climbing. Oh, this makes me feel so good. You don't understand. The last time I said a subscriber count on live was 7 months ago. 7 months ago. That's only when I had 71K in payouts. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, we're back. We're so back. Everybody like up the stream, subscribe, help support me. That's how I get my support, so I can do this for free. Here's the thing, guys. I'm either working from home or leaving a full-time job that pays me 6 figures to do this. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for paid subscriptions. I'm not asking for you to join a mentorship. I'm doing it for free because that's what I want to do. I've only did it for paid before because I was taking 2 hours off of work and I was losing money. But the only thing that helps me is subscriptions and likes. That is what helps me. That's how keeps me motivated. That helps me do what I do. If Jason is not in this stream because it's probably a holiday, but there's a guy in here who's been watching my streams for months now, and he's got almost 10K in payouts. He can vouch that it's never been for the money for me. This is just my passion. I love doing it. But I'm going to be doing it every single day. So you look at this 3-minute, right? It looks like it wants to go to that fair value gap. But we're still just chopping. We're waiting for that expansion. I'm still staying in this trade, though. It's beautiful. I just love streaming so much. It's just, it makes me so happy, bro. And we're in a winning trade, too. What's up, Ben? Are you planning on streaming every day on YT? Yes, I'm streaming for the next 2 weeks, every single day. And then I'm going back to work for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back to be streaming every day. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to officially come back for life. Like, forever, not forever, but, like, you know what I mean, for as long as I want. It's going to take me a little bit of time. I need to do some planning. I need to find another flow of income during the night just to not go all in. Because once you go all in on trading, you tend to rely on it and then trade bad. But I'm working on it, guys. I am working on it. What do you guys think about the thumbnail, though? Took me a while to make. But we're waiting for that expansion. 12:10. It's 10:13. But again, you can probably get into another trade after this expansion if you're anticipating price action to go higher. If you don't trade more than 2 RR, like if you trade 1 RR, if price action forms a fair value gap after taking these highs, you can probably get into the trade. But also, if you look here, I don't trade trend lines, but they do work sometimes. When price action breaks above these trend lines, you can also get into a long. So don't feel like you're out of the move yet. But again, don't get into long right now. There's not enough confirmation. We can still move down lower. I factored out of risk, right? I have made my money. I dragged my stop loss. I'm good for today. We're at 2,114 subscribers, dude. Wow. You guys are amazing. Eddie Ronald, I'll give you all the likes possible. Great education here. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. So Bitcoin is just really not doing that well, eh? Where's that Ethereum? Ethereum's doing decent. How well is it doing, though? It's doing pretty well. Wow, it's actually holding up. Dogecoin, terrible. What about XRP? Bad, just like Bitcoin. Oh, I got stopped. No. It's all good. It's probably going to turn up anyways, but I did not want to keep my stop loss. Look at that body. It traded to the fair value gap in the order block, but it's going to turn up. I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to chase at all. I'm very happy with what I got for today. It's probably going to rip up higher now. I'm not going to chase, but I'm not going to lie. It's most likely going to rip up higher after this manipulation wick. I just got wicked out, but it's okay. It's okay. Again, if this was a regular trade, I wouldn't have dragged my stop loss that much because I would have trusted that price action would trade up higher. But because it's a low probability day, you never know. So it's better to just get your risk off of the table and get your money, even if it's $100 or $200, and walk away. So small win today, but it's a holiday and a no news Monday, so I'm happy with what I got. Still, those equal highs are a target. So if you're still in the long, don't close your trade. Aim for those highs, but also factor out to maintain risk management. But that is the trade. It's paper trading chill. I know it's paper trading. You don't have to tell me. I'm the one who took that execution. So even if you are still in this trade, you can hold for these equal highs. You have a manipulation wick here. But once we trade above these highs, you want to drag your stop loss to the low here because price action should not go retest this low. Now it's still can here. You want to wait for this to be a swing low. So it's a wait a couple minutes. But you can see it's a 1 minute swing low. So it shouldn't even go back down to this level. If it does, it's probably low probability. But we're not done yet, guys. After this, we're going to be going to my Discord for the live free review session of the stream. Whoa, my computer just turned black. Okay, that scared me. But beautiful trading day today, $200 profit, and then we are going to run to the Discord. But again, price action is just tapping. It could even trade back to the order block. The trade is officially invalidated, and I wouldn't go for the longs if mean threshold, right? This green line gets traded past. That, no more. Don't want to be in it. So if you're still in the trade, run away from that. But Good trading day. For what we had today, this is pretty good. But those equal highs are the target. But I'm going to be walking away. I will see you guys immediately after this stream in the Discord for a study session to go over today, over what we missed, over what we could have done, and over our entry and why I got into my entry and where price action can target for the rest of the week. So wraps up the first YouTube stream. I think it was a good stream for what we had today. For a No News Monday on a holiday, I think it was a pretty good stream. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. Not only does it support me, but it also lets you know when I'm live. Some days I could be late or I could be early and you wouldn't know. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. I also will be posting YouTube videos once I have more time. Once I have more time, I will be able to post a YouTube video. I'm probably going to post one this week because I do have time. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the Discord right after. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Do not chase your losses. If you have a loss, if you had a break even, if you didn't take a partial where I did and you did end up getting a break even or loss, do not chase and do not blow your capital on a Monday. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the Discord and I'll see you guys tomorrow.